Okay, good. All right. So we're going to start with, and of course, the sun today is right in our space. Okay. Go ahead and get yourself nice and comfy. I'm going to adjust just a little bit. Okay. Love my hand. There we go. All right. Eric's promised me that he's going to teach me how to use the video editing programs in the computer. So I will eventually be able to edit this and it'll look nice and pretty instead of like a little like build a cat. Okay. Get yourself nice and comfy. Let everything relax. Take a moment, let your hands come palms facing up. Let your eyes gently close. And for your first few cycle of breaths, just allow your body to breathe you. Take a moment to check in and make sure that all parts of your body feel comfortable, that you have that spaciousness in the low back, that your hips are higher than your knees. Beautiful, good. And as you're here, just take a moment to feel the sensation of the air as it moves in through the nose, down into the lungs. And on the exhale, take a moment to feel the sensation of the air as it releases through the lungs and comes back out through the nose. Take a moment to notice what parts of your body move as you inhale, what parts of your body move as you exhale. And again, as we've done from last week and now through this week, we're going to begin by placing a little bit of focus on our rib cage before we engage strongly through the belly. So as you begin to breathe more deeply, allowing the breath to come down, I want you to take an inhale and I want you to feel the movement of the front of the rib cage as it gently moves up, the sides of the rib cage as they gently expand laterally, and the back of the rib cage as it gently moves behind. And just take 2 more cycles of breath, your pace. So however many counts for an inhale and however many counts for an exhale. Gently connecting into the movement of your rib cage as it expands front to back and also expands side to side. And then when you feel really connected into your rib cage, now let's move down to the low belly. So that as you begin your breath, you feel that low belly expand and then allow that expansion to move upward so that it fills your rib cage front to back and side to side. And then as you exhale, feel the rib cage come back to neutral. And then as that breath descends, feel that low belly gently draw in and then up, really pushing the diaphragm up into the lungs. And then let's repeat that. So again, as you inhale, feel the diaphragm pull down. Feel that expand through the lungs, front to back, side to side. And then as you exhale, feel that release. Let that release move all the way down to the low belly, gently drawing in and up to just really help squeeze the breath out of the lungs. And then again, inhale coming from the low belly. Let that breath rise as your lungs inflate. And then as you exhale, feel the rib cage relax, coming back to neutral. Feel that breath descend so that at the end you gently draw in towards that low belly and slightly up. And then one more time, slow, deep inhale, filling the low belly. Finding that expansion through the lungs, through the rib cage. Really feel that rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, feel the rib cage relax. As you exhale, feel that space descend so that one last time you can gently draw in and then slightly up. So we're going to take this breath now and we're going to move it into just a very short retention. So it'll be a 4-count inhale, 2-count pause, 4-count exhale, 2-count pause. But I want you to use the principles that we've been practicing. So letting it start at the low belly and then really filling that rib cage, really finding that expansion. And then as you exhale, feel everything move back to normal and drawing up and in through the low belly. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Now come back to your own rhythm of breath. Same full diaphragmatic breath, starting at the belly, filling through the rib cage. Exhale, releasing through the rib cage and drawing up and in through the low belly. Reconnect to your pattern of breath. We'll do that 3 times with your pattern of breath. And when you're done, gently bring your hands over your heart. Beautiful. Okay. From here, moving into sound and frequency, we're going to sing. So we'll start by singing the sound of ah, Then we'll sing the sound of O. Then we'll sing the sound of M. On your fourth silent breath, please set your intent for what you most need and what you most desire. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale, use that diaphragmatic breath. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly bring your hands back down. Take a moment here to reconnect. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Turn the corners of your mouth upward. There you guys. Thank you. Okay, so since we have a slightly cranky wrist and some of us moved an entire load of hay yesterday, we're going to start with just a little bit of opening through our upper body. So let's just begin with our arms out, just slightly below the shoulders, fingertips, arms spread slightly, palms are facing down. So the first thing I want you to feel is that as you inhale, you're going to go from the pinky fingers and gently turn those palms up. Oh. And just notice if in just doing this movement, you find body parts that are a little tight. Now lead with the thumb, gently turn the hands back down. When you're ready, as you inhale, gently bring the arms out. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and as you exhale, gently bring the palms up. Notice as you're moving through this direction, if there's any areas that are a little bit grumpy. Gently bring the palms back down. Bring the arms forward. And as long as this does not frustrate wrists, gently extend through the wrists. Okay, good. Be gentle. What I want us to do now is, again, leading with the pinkies. Gently draw those pinkies away. And then bring them back up. Now, work the thumbs towards each other. Good. Beautiful. Lead them away. Make a gentle fist. And let's do some circles. And just kind of notice that as we're doing this, if you're finding any areas in your arms, and let's reverse that, where things are feeling a little bit tight. Okay. Looks like we have one area that's tight. Yeah. All right. From here, let the palms touch and see if you can bring them all the way to the elbows. From here, we're going to do just a little bit of a windshield wiper. So we're going to start working to the left, gently, slowly. Arms a little bit to the left. They're still working as one unit. This may be a big movement. It may not be a big movement. Notice if your muscles are starting to quiver and shake. Inhale, bring it back up. Now let's work it a little bit over to the right. Oh, breathe. Just kind of notice what we're doing, how this really feels. Gently bring it back up. Release the arms and let the shoulders roll. Okay. Take a moment with your arms out, palms now facing forward, and take those inner edges of the shoulder blades, and I want you just to take a minute and feel them squeeze towards each other, towards your spine. Again, notice if you have one side that's a little bit more willing to make this movement than the other. Or are they both equally grumpy or both equally accepting? And gently release. I want you to wave your right arm. So please remember, you guys, if things are tight and sore today, just be gentle. As you exhale, bring that right arm underneath your left. This first part is just simply wrap your hands around your shoulders. See if you can feel the edges of your shoulder blades with your fingertips. Cool. Now, while you're here, again, I want you to take a moment and just feel those inner edges of the shoulder blades and try squeezing them together. From this position, breathe. And then gently relax. Release those arms. Let them come back out. Left hand now, I want you to bring that one underneath. Wrap and give yourself a big hug. And again, see if you can take those inner edges of the shoulder blades and gently squeeze. And breathe. And then gently relax. Let the arms come down, roll them again. All right, one more time, let the arms come out. Again, right hand underneath. This time we're gonna go ahead and move into Garudasana arms or eagle arms. So exhale, right arm underneath the left. As long as your body says yes, you're gonna allow that left hand to wrap if that's too much. So here's, Joanne, here's your right hand, okay? If possible, your left hand is going to see how your left hand is going to come back and clasp. If it's, there you go, good. So what I would recommend instead is just take your arms up here. There you go, good, perfect, I love it, fabulous. Okay, so whether you're here or whether you're here, what you're going to do now is I want you to lead with your elbows and gently work to bring the arms up. Very gently. So Joanne, there you go, beautiful. You're going to work to bring that up. Good, nice. Breathe. And I want you to feel that sensation in the scapula on your back. So the back of the shoulders. And breathe. Good. Gently, slowly bring the elbows down. So same thing. You're going to bring the elbows down. Beautiful. Good. And notice how that feels. Good. Gently release, roll those shoulders. And sweep the arms back out. Left hand this time. As you exhale, sweep that left arm underneath. This time the right hand, if it says yes, it's going to come around. There you go. So what you're going to do is you bring the right hand forward and then around. Okay. If not, then come right here. There you go. Good. Just come right here. Good. And again, leaning with the elbows, gently draw those shoulders up. Beautiful. Good. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Good. And then when you're ready, gently exhale, slowly, gently bring those elbows in. Find those grumpy bits. And then gently release, unwind. Okay. And let's move into our head and our neck. So let's start with left ear to left shoulder. Gently, slowly, let it come down. So we're starting at the shoulder. Now, very slowly, what I want you to do is draw your ear forward so that your chin is coming a little bit closer to the right side. And just kind of notice how that feels. And then gently bring that ear back so that it stacks over the left shoulder and inhale up. Okay. Now we're going to bring right ear to right shoulder. Taking a moment on this side, just notice how everything feels. And now leading with the chin, I want you to draw the chin it's going to come at an angle so that it's moving towards the left side. And just notice how that feels. And then gently release. Bring that back up. Okay. And again, left ear to left shoulder, gently bring it down. This time, allow the left hand to come up and over so that the fingers are pointing toward the right ear. And we're just allowing the weight of the hand to open through this right side. If your body says yes, what I want you to do is very gently press the head into the hand. So there's no real movement. We're just working on activating some of these neck muscles. And breathe. Beautiful. And then gently release. Bring the head up. Come down, right ear to right shoulder. And when you're ready, right hand comes up, fingertips pointing towards the left ear. And breathe. Good. And again, on this side, if it feels appropriate, gently press your head into your hand just a little bit. Slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. And then gently, slowly release. Bring the head up. Take a moment, 2 fingers, come back to where the earlobe joins the jaw. And just take a moment and press. Notice if it's tender. Usually means if it's tender, there's been clenching or grinding going on. And with your ears right here, or with your fingertips right here, move the jaw from side to side. Okay, now open as wide as you can. Let it relax. Notice and see if this helps dissipate any discomfort that you have in this area. From here, first 2 fingers are just going to kind of come up, and they're going to slide along the bottom of your cheekbone. So you're using that cheekbone as kind of a touchstone so that you know that you're in the right place. And you're just going to let those fingers come forward until they start to turn towards the front of the face. And then let it relax. Move side to side, open again. And just notice if it feels a little bit more comfortable. Yes, no? Yeah, okay. Okay, so from here now, we're going to start moving in a little bit of sequence, okay? So the first part, I want to make sure that everybody has their blocks right here, okay? You are welcome to stay on your little zaku if you want, or you can come down because we're going to be moving. So I'm going to leave that up to you. All right. Here we go. So we're starting in a cross-legged position, easy peasy, okay? At this point, because we're going to be moving around, it doesn't matter if our knees are up for just a moment because we're not going to be staying here, all right? So the first thing I want you to do is take your block so that if you need to, you have it, all right? So the block is going to come to the right side. So you're going to take a long, steady inhale, and as you exhale, all I want you to do is place your forearm on the block. Left hand is going to come to the left hip and just stretch. Slow, steady stretch. One more breath. And then you're going to very gently, slowly release yourself. Take your block and bring it over to the left side. Okay, and here we go. We're going to do the same thing again. So when you're ready, gently You've got it all prepped so that all you have to do is bring the forearm down. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. And then exhale, gently bend into that forearm. Let the hand rest at the right hip this time. And breathe. Beautiful, good. Very nice. And just really feel the opening into this right side. And one more cycle of breath. And then gently, slowly release, bringing yourself up. Okay. Now, I want you to take both blocks, bringing them in front of you. It looks like I need to scoot up just a little bit more so that y'all can see. Okay. So you've got both blocks in front of you. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring your forearms onto each of the blocks. So this one is going to be, I'm not going to ask you to stay for a long period of time. So what you're going to do is forearms or hands will come to the blocks. From there, if it's forearms, you're going to press down a little bit. If it's hands, you're going to press down a little bit. And you're going to rock yourself forward and come into tabletop position. There you go. Good. Good. Carolyn, did that feel okay for you? Awesome. All right. Now, this is the fun part. From here, there you go. Good. Very nice. Look at y'all go. When you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves back down. So you're going to crisscross your legs. So your lower legs are going to crisscross. So let me turn around so that you guys can see. I apologize for showing you I'm going to just come to the side. So what you're going to do is right here, you're in tabletop, right? Lift your legs, lower legs, cross them. And then you're just going to slide down. Voila. Look at you go. Yay. Beautiful. That's awesome. See? And y'all thought I was a crazy person. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do this again. This time, the first on the sides, I want you to try this without the blocks. If you decide that you need a block, please use a block. So what's going to happen is this. Are we ready? Slow, steady inhale. Gently, you can either bring your hand or you can come down onto your forearm. Breathe here. You can stretch and really open up. This can feel really yummy. Oh, yay. Now, you're going to take this left hand that was up in the air and you're going to bring it down in front of you. Okay, unwind. You're going to keep this left leg bent. You're going to slide that right leg straight. There you go. Okay, if there's not a lot of strength in the shoulder or this arm, this is the posture. You're not going to do any more. All right. If your body says yes and you would like to try a little bit more, what you're going to do is you're going to take this left foot. You're going to press down with the left foot. You're going to press down with the right forearm, and you're going to lift your hip up into the air. So lift up. Okay, and breathe. And again, so we're going to hang out here for 3 cycles of breath. So this is just side plank, Paschimottanasana. Good. And then you're gently going to drop that hip back down. Okay. What I want you to do so that you don't end up twisting yourself like a crazy pretzel, you're going to step that left foot forward 1 step. This is so that you can take that right leg and slide behind the left. Look at you go. All right, now, if you need this left hand to help push yourself back up, do so. Otherwise, press down and come up. Good. Good. You got it. Yes, you can do this, Joanne. You can absolutely do this. Yes, 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 yes. You got it. You can do it. Okay. All right, now, back to the blocks. Bring the blocks in front. Okay. Forearms or hands, whatever feels best. Okay. Here we go. Rock yourself forward and into tabletop. You got it beautiful. Janice, that's fabulous. You rocked it. Way to go. Yes, you figured it out. That's what's most important. You figured it out. Okay, so now here, I'm going to turn myself to the side so that you can see the next bit that we're going to do. You've got two possibilities here. If you're on your forearms, that's great. Or if you're on your hands, that's great. All we're going to do is we're going to lift our knees about 1 inch off the floor. So you can do this from the tops of the feet, or you can curl underneath your toes and do it from curled toes. It doesn't matter which way. Please do what feels best, okay? Some of our ankles are a little grumpy and curling underneath the toes, right? Fascia on the bottoms of the feet is like that doesn't feel so good. So either way. So from here, all you're going to do is take a slow, steady inhale, squeeze through your glutes, lift your knees 1 inch. And we're going to take 3 cycles of breath right here. And then gently, slowly, knees come back to the ground. If you were on, your toes were curled, come back to the tops of the feet. Crisscross applesauce with the backs of the legs. And gently roll yourself back, right? Or curl in and roll yourself back, right? Did you like, does that work? Yes, yes. Miss Janice, will that work? Okay, good. All right. Now we're going to do the other side. So go ahead. Here we go. This is the left side now. Gently, slowly, bring that arm over, okay? Take a moment, inhale, lengthen through that right arm. Oh, yummy, yummy. And from here, sweep that right arm down. If you have crisscrossed so that your left leg is in front, you're going to have to take that right leg and bring it so that it is now in front. Okay, there you go, beautiful. The left leg straightens. Okay, all right. Now, it may be that for this left side, this is the entire posture, okay? So please work with the amount of strength that your body has for today. Know that just because it's here today, it may be in a different place tomorrow, and it may be in a different place next week. So just honor that. If your body says yes, you can either keep your right hand in front to add a little stability, or you can bring your right hand to your hip. You're going to press down through this right foot and press down through this left forearm so that you can lift. And we're going to breathe. This is only if that's not too much for your left hand and left arm. If it's too much for the left arm, please keep your hips on the floor. You guys, and then gently, slowly bring it down. Okay. I was talking to a student yesterday who's rehabbing, and what she did, because lifting was actually too much, what she did is she just activated through the glutes and the side. And she just, so nothing actually lifted up, but she engaged the muscles. That's as much 100% is actually lifting. Okay, sorry, I pulled myself out. All right, so to get ourselves back up, your right foot is going to come forward so that your left leg can slide behind. Got it? Right hand is going to come back down, push back up. Beautiful, you guys. All right. How did that feel? Was that okay? Or was that just like, we doing all right? I think we'll do something else now. Yeah, you guys, you're very sweet. All right, here we go. We're going to come onto our backs and do our core. So keep a block. Okay. Coming all the way back down. Starting with the knees bent. So what I want us to do is begin to find the squeeze through the glutes. So while we're here and we have our feet flat on the floor, knees are bent, I want you to take a moment and I want you to squeeze the right glute and then the left glute and let it relax. Now I want you to squeeze the right glute again and then the left glute. So you're doing this one at a time, let it relax. And I want you to observe if you have one side that is firing more strongly than the other. Okay. So one more time, fire the right, just the right. Fire the left, just the left. So from here, as long as your body says yes, hands are going to be by the side. If that is too much for your low back, then what I want you to do is lift your hips and slide your hands palms facing down to cradle your sacrum. Okay. All right. Are we good? Okay. So from here, squeeze the right glute. When you're ready, inhale, lengthen into that left leg. Keep squeezing the right glute. Gently, slowly. Now I want you to squeeze both glutes. Lengthen that left leg all the way down so that it hovers above the floor. Bend into the knee, draw it back in. Inhale, bring it back up. This time, exhale, I want you to bring it out to the side. Squeeze that right glute. That right glute's going to want to play like it doesn't need to do anything. So at this point, as your left leg is out towards the side, you should be squeezing both glutes. Inhale, bring the leg back up. This time, exhale, slowly, gently use your entire exhale, lengthen the leg back down. Bend into the knee and bring the leg and the foot back on the mat. Breathe, feel your body soften. Okay, from here, I want you to squeeze the left glute. Get very strong through the left. Inhale, lengthen the right leg up. Exhale, squeeze both glutes as you gently, slowly bring that right leg down, allowing it to hover above the floor. When you're ready, bend into the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Right leg up. From here, exhale, squeeze through both glutes. Let that right leg open out to the side. Beautiful. Good. Very nice. Good. Inhale, squeeze through the glutes to bring that right leg up. Exhale, slowly draw that right leg down, still squeezing through the glute. And gently bend into the knee and come back to neutral. Release, if you've got your hands underneath your hips, gently release your hands. Take your block, and I want you to take it long ways so that you can cup it around the base of the palms and fingertips are on the side. Okay, when you're ready, stay engaged through the glutes, gently through the core. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head. Only going as far as is comfortable. You're not going to allow the block to touch the floor. Exhale. Bring that block back up. Inhale, I want you to roll and twist over towards the right. Inhale, bring the block back up. Exhale, lift and twist over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, bring the block up over the head. Really feel your left rib cage and your lungs. Exhale, bring the block back up. Inhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back up. Pause on the exhale. Inhale, bring the block up over your head. See if you can hold it right here. And as you hold it right here, squeeze into the right glute, lengthen into the left leg, bringing it up. Exhale. Bring that left leg down. Inhale. Left leg comes up, block comes up. Bend into the left leg, bringing it back down. On your next inhale, bring the block up over your head. Make sure that it's hovering, that it's not touching the ground. And when you're ready, inhale, lengthen the right leg up. Exhale, lengthen the right leg down. Inhale, right leg up, arms up with the block. And then bend in. Okay, now from here, I want you to try this. Please make sure that you are not putting any undue pressure on your neck. So this can be a very small movement. What I want you to do is from 90 degrees, gently curl up from the neck, down into the thoracic spine in between the shoulders. Breathe. And then inhale, roll yourself all the way back down. Bring the block up over your head. One more time. On the exhale, block comes up, you curl up. Release, inhale it back down. Let there be extension. And once the block comes down, bring both legs up. From here, so you're hovering the block, very gently exhale, slowly lower the legs down, and you're only going to go as far as feels comfortable. So it could be a foot, it could be an inch. Find the engagement right there through your core. Breathe. Gently, arms up, legs up. Woo. And then let's do that one more time. When you're ready, inhale, bring the arms up, legs down. Again, you're only going as far as is comfortable. Breathe. Make sure that you are not feeling any discomfort in the low back. And inhale, arms up, legs up. Release the block. Bend into the knees. Give yourself a really yummy squeeze and hug. Gently roll yourself over onto whichever side feels most appropriate. Okay. How did that feel, y'all? Good? Okay. All right. So here we go. Make sure we're going to start from a kneeling position so that if knees are grumpy, make sure that you've got lots of soft things underneath your knees. And I am going to adjust the camera. Okay. Okay, you guys. So we're going to work on some balancing, and we're also going to work on some glutes and some strengthening. Go team. So what I want you to do is make sure that if balance is a little wonky for you today, make sure that you have your chair available so that you can use it to catch yourself. So that means, for example, since we're going to start with our blocks right here, you may want to have your chair just behind that. Okay? So that way, if you start getting wobbly, you've got something right there to help stabilize you. Okay? I'm starting with my blocks on the lowest height, but it's completely up to you as to what feels comfortable and what you need. Okay? And we're going to start from a kneeling posture about 3 feet-ish behind our blocks. Okay? Are we good? Good. All right. Let the hands come to the hips. And we're going to just kind of test out how our bodies are feeling today. So begin by shifting the body weight into the right leg and just lightly step that left foot forward. Okay, and just kind of notice how that feels today. We okay, just go yes, no, little head bob to tell me that, yeah, we're okay right here. All right, thank you. All right, good. Gently step that left foot back. Shift the body weight into the left leg. Step that right foot forward. Ah, okay. There we go. Good. Awesome, you guys. All right, and step it back. Okay. All right. So once again, we're here. We're going to start by shifting the body weight to the right. Let the left leg come forward. Okay. Now, as long as your body says yes, allow the hips to gently come forward and down. Checking in to make sure that this left knee and left ankle are still fairly stacked. Don't allow the knee to go past the ankle. Go ahead and bring your fingertips down to the blocks. If it's a little bit of a stretch, readjust the height of your block so that it's comfortable. You're not really putting any body weight on the fingers. This is just to help with balance, okay? So from here, as long as your body says yes, you can either curl underneath the toes or you can come on. Well, you know what, you guys, let's start first. As long as everybody's ankles feel okay with this. Stay on the top of the foot and then just very gently straighten that right leg. It's a very small movement. Bring it back down. As long as that felt okay, curl underneath your toes. Again, we're using almost no pressure. If you need to, for example, if your left wrist is really cranky, you can actually let the fingertips rest on the right hand and bring the left hand to the hip. So that way you're not putting any pressure at all on the wrist. Gently, slowly lengthen into that right leg. Beautiful. Wow, you guys did that and popped right up. You looked great. Now, believe it or not, you guys, when we're in a lunge, if this feels like it's still a little bit too much, readjust your blocks so that they're now on the highest height. I want everybody to look at themselves in their computer and notice how they have one nice long line going from the right heel all the way to the right shoulder. That's beautiful, you guys. That's what you want in a lunge, believe it or not. Okay, so from here, we're going to bend back into the knee and drop it all the way back down. Good. Now, as long as your body says yes, you're going to release your hands from the blocks. Use your core to pull your hips back. Good, very nice. And then step that left leg back. Beautiful. Awesome sauce. Okay, when you're ready, hands come back to the hips, shift the weight over into the left leg and step the right foot forward. Okay, being mindful if this side is a little bit wonkier than the other. As long as your body says yes, gently allow the hips to ease forward, opening into the stretch, making sure that the knee and ankle are in alignment. Okay. What you're going to do is just very lightly place fingertips on the top of the block, so you're not placing any weight here. So just as we did on the other side, I want you to start from the top of the foot and then just simply lengthen into that left leg. Beautiful. Nice. Bring that leg back down. When you're ready, I want you to curl underneath those left toes, making sure that this is not too much opening through your plantar fascia. When you're ready, gently, slowly, and again, if you have one arm that's a little bit weaker, you can release any pressure on it and just hold it at your hip, lengthen, and lift into that left leg. Good, beautiful. If you need to adjust your blocks to the highest position so that when you look at yourself in the computer, you have one long straight line going from the right or the left heel all the way to the left shoulder. Beautiful. Wow, ladies, you're knocking it. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. Bend into the knee. Come on to the top of the foot. Release your hands from wherever they are on the blocks. Pull those hips back and step back. Beautiful. Good. Awesome sauce. Now, gently, slowly, I want you to hinge. So hips are going to come back and take hands to the blocks. And you're either going to keep the hips high so that you're somewhat in puppy and drop down. Okay, that's if you need to be careful of knee flexion. Or you can draw the hips back to the heels and lengthen a little bit more through the shoulders. So you are going to do what feels best for your body. You need to walk the knees back a little bit more so that you can get what feels like a good stretch for your body. Please do so. Okay, you're going to play with this posture and make it your own. And at all points, it will be comfortable. So from here, what I want you to do is lift your hands as long as it doesn't feel like this is too much pressure through the arms or through the shoulders. What I want you to do is curl underneath the toes. Actually, I want you to walk the knees forward first. Curl underneath the toes and come up onto your feet. There you go, good. Too much pressure through the wrist. At this point, you should have almost no pressure at all in the arms or the shoulders. Starting with your feet slightly wider than hip distance, spread wide through the toes. Squeeze into your glutes, and I want you to bend so that you begin to come into a squat. Good. Now, let your arms come out slightly wider than shoulder width. Breathe here. From here, I want you to squeeze, press down into the feet, and come all the way up into standing and allow the arms staying wider than shoulder width. Come into a gazing pose so that you're looking up at the ceiling. Breathe. Discover where your shoulders are. If you need to, squeeze a little bit those inner edges of the shoulders together. Exhale. Gently bending back into the knees, bring yourself all the way back down into a squat. And now from here, lightly let your hands come to the blocks. And I want you to narrow your stance. So this way now, your feet are going to be hip distance apart or slightly narrower than that. Okay. From here, as long as your body says yes, I want you to shift your body weight onto that left leg, squeeze into that left glute, and lift that right leg up. Breathe. Very light, almost no pressure at all through the hands. If you are putting a lot of pressure into the hands and the wrists, you're pushing too far, doing too much. Now with your eyes open, I want you to see if you can lengthen that left arm forward, still stabilizing through the right leg. You can point your toes or flex your foot through the right foot. Gently, slowly bring that left arm back. Now I want you to see if with your eyes open, you can release and lengthen into that right arm. Breathe. Again, making sure that you're not putting too much pressure onto that right hand, or excuse me, left hand. Gently, slowly draw it back. Lightly, now I want you to see if, can you bring, this right leg all the way out to the side. Woo! Because this is a long lever. This is a big posture. Gently, slowly, lower the leg. From here, walk the feet back. Bend back into the knees. Take whatever variation of child's pose or puppy pose feels best for your body. Please remember, we're always working to what feels best. Always working towards where our bodies want to lean into. You want a sensation that, it just feels so good. It's like when you scratch your dog and the dog just leans into the scratch. That's what we're looking for with this opening. Okay. When you're ready, very gently, very slowly, bring yourself back up. Okay, this time, as long as your body says yes, from this variation of tabletop, I want you to step that left foot forward, step that right foot forward, and bring yourself upright. Beautiful. Good. How's everybody feeling? Thumbs up to let me know that we're doing okay. Yes, Yahoo, like seeing the thumbs up. All right, now we're going to do the other side, but I want you to pay attention to your chair. If when we do this left side, you're going to knock your foot into your chair, then I want you to turn yourself facing the other direction. There we go, good. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. I want you to open up your feet slightly wider than hip distance. Hands are resting lightly on top of the blocks. Squeeze through the glutes and gently drop the sits bones down and lengthen the arms slightly wider. Then shoulder distance. Breathe. See if you can lift your toes off the mat in this posture and just let this be about balancing through the center of the foot without using the toes. Let the toes come back down. Squeeze your glutes and now straighten into the legs, lifting all the way up. Gazing pose. Breathe. One more cycle of breath. Exhale, gently, slowly Drop back in through the sits bones, back in through the hips and the pelvis. Lower the arms, lightly touch the blocks. Gently straighten slightly into the legs and bring your feet towards the middle, about hip distance apart. Shift your body weight now into that right leg. Squeeze a little bit more through that right glute. Straighten slightly. Please make sure that you do not lock the leg. Lengthen into the left leg. You can either point the toes or flex through the foot. It does not matter how high your leg is. If you're here, while you're here, check and make sure that both of your hips are facing down towards the mat, the front of the hips. When you're ready, if your body says yes, shift the arm weight into that left hand, lengthen that right arm. Making sure that you are still staying nice and light and not asking too much of the left wrist or left arm. Breathe. Gently lower the right hand. Pause. Take a moment to get recentered through that right leg. When you're ready, gently shift the body weight into the right hand. Lengthen the left arm. Breathe. Eyes are open. You can close them if you choose. Gently, slowly lower the left arm. From here, strong glutes through that right leg. Bring that left leg up, forward, out to the side. Breathe. Nice. Make sure you're not locking that right knee. Slowly, gently drop the left leg. Come on to the ball of the foot. Bend into the knees. See if while you are on the balls of your feet, you can release your hands. Breathe. Release, bring the hands back down. Still on the balls of the feet, lengthen the legs. Gentle forward fold, slowly come down onto the full foot. Bend into the knees. Squeeze through the glutes, release the arms. Now, if you want to play just one more step, I want you to bring that right hand on top and across so that the arm is on the outer part of the left thigh. Then gently turn your torso facing the left. Y'all look beautiful. Look at you go. Yay! Release that. Hands come back to the blocks. Straighten into the legs for a moment. Let go of the head and neck right here. You can keep a micro bend in the knees, making sure that you're not folding too far forward. Do a gentle yes with your head and neck. A gentle no with your head and neck. And now, come back down with the hips. I'm going to turn around so that way I'm still facing you so I can see. This time I want you to take that left arm. I want you to bring it across so that it holds on to the outside thigh of the right leg. Beautiful. Gently turn your body to the right, torso to the right, just a little bit. Lovely. Wow, y'all, you're doing great. Breathe. Gently, slowly release. Come back. And I'm sure you're all ready by now. Bend back into the knees. And take whatever variation of puppy pose or child's pose feels best. And you can release the blocks as well. And bring it all the way down. Feel your body release. Feel your body relax. Play with this however you need to make it yours. One more cycle of breath. And gently, slowly release. Gently move your blocks. If you are worried that your chair is going to be in the way, gently move your chair. Believe it or not, it's already time to come into our floor postures once again. Okay, coming down. Okay, so what we're going to finish with is half blissful baby each side, and then a twist. So from here with knees bent, what I invite you to do, begin with the left leg. Draw the knee in towards you and take your hand and place the palm across the sole of the foot. If that's too much, look what I'm doing. I want you to lower the heel, bring it back towards you and hold on that way. Okay, make it comfortable. Once you're comfortable, if your body says yes, then I want you to extend the right leg. Okay, so please do what feels best. So right now we have our right leg extended and our left leg bent. And breathe. Just allow this to be a gentle opening. If your body says yes, I want you to squeeze into that left glute and gently press the sole of your left foot into your left hand. There's no movement. We're just asking the brain and the muscles to activate and coordinate. And then from there, let it relax. And I want you to take the right hand, bring it underneath the left so that you can release the left hand from the sole of the foot and gently draw that left leg over just a little bit to the right. And you can place the sole of the foot on top of the right leg. You're only going to go as far as is comfortable. So this might be a big movement, it might not. Please pay attention to what your body's telling you. Only take it as far as is comfortable for your low back and for your glutes and hips. When you're there and you're in that space of comfort, take several cycles of breath where you're simply breathing. Again, think about the breath that we started with, where it begins through the low belly, moves all the way up through the rib cage on the inhale, and releases from the rib cage and goes all the way back down to the low belly on the exhale. If your body says yes, squeeze into that left glute, press that left leg into that right hand. There's no movement. Again, we are just working on finding body parts that need to be reignited, reconnected. Breathe. And then release, let it soften. And then release. Gently draw the knee high into you. You can interlace your fingers either below and behind the knee or just below the kneecap. Squeeze. Again, doing what feels best for you. And then allow that left leg to lower. Take a moment and connect into the sensations through the body. Gently bend into the right leg. Again, you've got two options. You can take the sole of the foot with the right hand, bringing the knee out slightly, or you can lift the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Either modification or either variation is perfectly fine. Please do what feels best for your body. Breathe. Feel this right side open here. If your body says yes, I want you to squeeze into that right glute and gently press that right foot into the right hand. Again, there's no movement. We're just looking for muscles and nerves to wake up and communicate together. Breathe, squeeze. Gently let it soften. Take this left hand now, come underneath the right hand. Let the left hand wrap around the shin and release the right hand. Right hand can now come to the outside of that right leg and gently drawing the leg across you, move it into a gentle twist. Again, right sole of foot can come on and rest on the left leg. You're only twisting as far as feels comfortable. Again, working into a place that feels, where the stretch feels delicious. Something that you'd like to lean into. Again, if your body says yes, squeeze into that right glute. Press that right leg into the left hand and breathe. Feel your body soften. Feel muscles connect to nerves. Gently release, let it soften. And then when you're ready, gently release the right leg, lengthen it out. Take a moment to reconnect and move into whatever variation feels best for you for this final space of relaxation. Oh, excuse me, I forgot one part. Oh, what was I thinking? You got to take the right leg. You're going to interlace just underneath the knee or just below the kneecap. Gently draw that leg towards you. Man, I would have left us all unbalanced. What was I thinking? Breathe. And then gently, slowly release. Now come into your final space of relaxation. So if you need bolsters underneath your knees, blankets over your body, iPads, whatever you need, let your arms, once you have gotten yourself comfortable, come down to the sides, palms facing up. Let your eyes gently close. Make sure, just as we did at the beginning, so all we're doing is we're finishing the circle, connecting the beginning to the end. Take a moment to fidget and make sure that everything feels comfortable so that you can truly relax, truly release, and absorb everything that we did for our bodies today. Slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. letting go of everything. Feel the body relax. If you feel any areas of any remaining tension, I invite you on the top of the inhale to squeeze everything in your body. Squeeze your face, squeeze your hands, squeeze your arms, shoulders, core, glutes, legs, toes, feet. Curl everything up as tightly as you can, and then let it relax. Soften and ease. Feel your breath release. Feel your body sink into stillness. Gently, slowly begin to find your way back. Start with fingers and toes, hands and feet. Allow everything to make slow, delicious movements if you connect back to it. And that includes connecting back into your breath. Take that full, delicious inhale through the nose. Feeling fresh energy, fresh movement come back into your body. As you exhale, release all that carbon dioxide, anything that no longer serves. If it feels appropriate, use your breath to lengthen your arms up over your head and really stretch. Find that delicious opening after all of the posture. Then gently draw your knees high into your chest. Give yourself a gentle hug. When you're ready, roll yourself onto one side. Connect there. And then press yourself back into a seated position. Let your hands come to your heart. Let your thumbs rest against the heart spot on your sternum. Y'all, thank you so, so much. I honor the divine in you, that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste. And may the blessings be. Thanks, you guys, so, so much. Hang on just a sec.